Outbreak Perfected is still one of the best exotic weapons in the game, hands down. This weapon was briefly unavailable to players when Beyond Light came out, however now it's back in the game and it's available to get once again. Today I'm going to have a look at the weapon, why it's one of the best in the game, plus how to get all the materials you need to buy the exotic weapon, and the all important how to get Outbreak Perfected in Beyond Light. So if you like this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below for all the latest Destiny 2 content and turn on notifications by hitting that bell. Outbreak Perfected is an exotic kinetic pulse rifle originally released in Destiny 2 in Season 6 as a reward for the 0-hour mission. So this was a fantastic exotic quest, much like the Whisper of the Worm mission, where you had to defeat a bunch of fallen enemies and solve puzzles against the clock. Unfortunately, in Beyond Light the mission got sent into the Destiny content vault, meaning we could no longer access the mission and therefore the prize at the end. It may come back one day, but for now the 0-hour mission is unavailable. And Outbreak Perfected is a fantastic kinetic pulse rifle, mainly down to its perks, so let's check them out in a little bit more detail. First of all, we've got the Corruption Spreads, and this weapon creates Siva nanite swarms on rapid hits and precision kills. And we've got Parasitism, and this weapon does more damage to enemies based on the number of Siva nanites that are attached to them. So looking at the stats, we've got 27 for impact, 50 for range, 46 for stability, 50 for handling, 50 for reload speed. It's a 450 rounds per minute pulse rifle with 34 in the magazine. And the thing that you notice with Outbreak Perfected is the speed that this thing fires at. It's very fast, very effective, and you get that top reload speed too. The main perks are great for DPS by creating Siva nanite swarms that attach to enemies, and you can literally tear through enemies in strikes, nightfalls, raids, and also dungeon content too. As well as the exotic perks that comes with Outlaw, where precision kills increase the reload speed. So next up, let's have a look at how to get Outbreak Perfected in Beyond Light. So Outbreak Perfected is arguably much easier to get these days, so the 0-hour mission was a whole lot of fun for sure, but it was inaccessible for some folks. But you can now buy Outbreak Perfected from the exotic kiosk in the tower, which you can find next to the vault in the tower, and it's called the Monument to Lost Lights. So Outbreak Perfected can be found under the Red War exotics, and it will cost you 1 exotic cipher, 150,000 glimmer, 250 Dusklight Shards and 2 Ascendant Shards. So you can get 1 exotic cipher from the season pass, or you can complete the quest from Zur, and he is around from Friday until reset on Tuesday. And I do a guide on Zur's location each week, so make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell to never miss an update. Glimmer can be acquired from pretty much any activity in the game, including strikes, gambit, crucible, public events, patrols, and you can also go to Spider on the Tangled Shore to trade in materials for Glimmer, but don't trade in Dusklight Shards as you're going to need those for Outbreak Perfected. For the Ascendant Shards, you can purchase these from Banshee 44 in the tower, or you can get them from high-level Nightfalls as random drops from the final chest. Finally, there's Dusklight Shards, and this is a little bit more in-depth, so I'm going to go into a little bit more detail on how to farm Dusklight Shards next. So Dusklight Shards are the planetary material found on the EDZ, and there's a couple of ways to get them. So before you head down onto the EDZ, you'll want to prepare, in particular with your Ghost Shell. So there's a mod called Wombo Detector, and that will help you detect caches and resources within a 50-meter range. So put this on your Ghost and that is going to come in handy. Once you've done this, head down to the EDZ, and there's a few farming methods we're going to combine here. So what you want to do first of all is pick up all the bounties from Devrim K, and he's up in his church tower perch in Trossland. So his bounties are going to reward you a bunch of Dusklight Shards. Next up, you want to find the caches hidden on the EDZ, and you'll be able to find these on your map and they'll reward you Dusklight Shards too. And finally, you can find individual Dusklight Shards on the ground. So if you get your Ghost out, the Wombo Detector Ghost mod will help you find them nice and fast. It's also worth checking out Spider on the Tangled Shore, as he may be selling or trading Dusklight Shards. His inventory rotates daily, but do be careful with Spider though. I would wait until the 5 Dusklight Shards cost 1 Legendary Shard rather than the 5,000 Glimmer. Unless you have loads of Glimmer and Legendary Shards, as Spider's going to fleece you for everything you've got. So once you've got the materials, head back to the Monuments of Lost Lights in the tower and purchase Outbreak Perfected. And congratulations, you've now got one of the best pulse rifles in the game. So Outbreak Perfected is a reprised weapon from Destiny 1, which was originally called Outbreak Prime. This was an exotic pulse rifle introduced during the Rise of Iron expansion, and to get it back in Destiny 1 there was a hugely complex process which included a mission called Channeling the Corruption, and that was only available after you completed a puzzle in the Wrath of the Machine raid. So Datto, he's got a great video on his channel where he goes into the complexities of the original quest, and it's well worth a watch, and I'll link that down below in the description. So Outbreak Perfected came back to Destiny 2 in Season of the Drifter, that was Season 6 during the Forsaken expansion, to a similar but slightly less intensive mission or sequence of missions. So what you had to do first was scan the device on the rig in Titan, visit 6 lost sectors and find the fallen transponder nodes, visit the farm and find the quest giver, and then you have to complete the 0-hour mission within the time limit. So the 0-hour mission itself was really fun and it was quite tough at the same time, but these are the missions that the Destiny community craves. Things were kept a relative secret back then, and the internet would light up with excitement when something was discovered. Someone would post something on Twitter or Reddit and then you'd either jump in yourself or tune into your favourite streamer to watch as they went into the unknown. So Jason Schreier and Kirk Hamilton made an excellent podcast episode when they were still part of the Split Screen podcast for Kotaku, entitled The Secret Hunters of Destiny, where they go into great detail on missions like this. Now, I really recommend giving it a listen, and I'll link it down below in the description. So it may be less fun to get Outbreak Perfected these days, but it doesn't mean that the gun is any less effective. So if you don't have it in your arsenal, then I would prioritise getting the weapon as soon as possible, as this is going to make your PvE experience in Destiny 2 much better. It's going to be easier and faster across a range of activities. Plus, we've got a new exotic mission to look forward to coming up later in Season of the Chosen, so we can all look forward to that. Well, let me know down in the comments what you think of Outbreak Perfected, and share your secrets of Destiny down there in the comments. Well, that is it for this guide on how to get Outbreak Perfected in Beyond Light, and as always, thank you so much for watching. For more Destiny 2 content like this, hit that subscribe button down below and subscribe to This Week in Video Games. If you want to join the community, check out the Discord link in the description, or you can follow me on Twitter at TWIVGPodcast. If you enjoyed this video or found it useful, liking and sharing the video would really help me out. Otherwise, check out the other videos on the channel. Thanks again, I'll see you in the next video.